Alright, hello there and welcome to this video. Whoever watches this video, which I think will only be myself. So this is grinding number 10, not grinding, Archon Quest number 10 now, and I am currently in the chapter 1 act 3. And I'm right in front of the golden chamber or golden palace, golden house, whatever. And I'm going to encounter Childe now. So the thing is, I just recorded this spiral abyss video there, where I went to the spiral abyss here up there, and oh no, I haven't recorded the 5 minutes where I walked to there. Now none of my viewers is going to believe me that I didn't do something devious while I was off cam. Oh my god! Oh, hold on. What viewers am I talking about? There's none. There's no view. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just going to enter the golden house now because I'm supposed to meet Childe. Actually, what does this say? Ending one's advise you verify the Fatou's schemes regarding the sigil of permission before continuing to help Jean-Li prepare for the ride. You meet Ganyu once again at Dihua Marsh before returning to Liyue Harbor, only to find that things in the city seem to be spiraling out of control. And now
Good things come to those who don't wait around.
Ah, I can. No. Well, I can now.
That's what they say anyway.
I have now to go to Childe now. I see. This is my character setup, yes. Actually, my characters are for once actually on the same level as the recommended party level is.
Wow! This is the golden house? It
Sure
looked
is.
impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right?
Yes.
In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
If it were that easy, this place would have been emptied long ago.
Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right?
Well,
Or better yet,
yeah.
take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Something feels amiss here,
Oh,
actually.
right. Back to business.
Yes.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Well, I hear music, actually.
Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia.
That's true. Something's off.
Look! What happened here?
Oh, the Millet.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You smell trouble, I smell death. Ooh, I smell death. And yeah, hello, I was already able to see from the domain thingy there that this is a challenge where I have to fight, not Xiao, I mean where I have to fight Childe. Ooh.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here?
Yeah, that's
Haven't
Childe's
you
voice,
already seen enough
obviously.
trouble for today?
Yeah, that's obviously his voice. Oh, that is Rex Lapis corpse, right? That's the Exuvia.
Huh? Who's there?
Childe, come on, you know the voice.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Looks like I was just in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Nope. It's 4 against 1.
Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers,
Oh, it's Ella.
it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
Oh no.
She will get that which she desires.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for
Actually,
discussion
yes.
and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you.
I mean, in the beginning, I actually also thought that Childe would be a good character. I mean, like, seriously, when I played this the first time, I thought, hey, that's a cool character. He always gives you money, he's there, and but in the end, yeah, turns out he's evil. He's just interested in getting the Exuvia and the Gnosis from the Exuvia. Now I have to fight them.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
Yes, and he's a very strong character, actually.
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Cross blades with strong opponents is what he likes. That reminds me of Akaza. But there are a lot of anime characters who are actually like this, so I mean, like, wow. It's actually not that unusual, but okay.
Oh, so you intend to fight me?
Yes.
Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle.
Why is he saying that?
Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I could never defeat you, you're completely delusional. Come on, I've already defeated you like 50 times on my main account. I know how to fight you. You don't believe
Fighting
me?
talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Hey, you seriously don't believe me? Come on.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Actually, the speech he does in this Archon Quest fight is different than if you fight him usually.
How unbecoming.
Oh no, he deals a lot of damage, by the way. So you don't ever want to get hit by his attack.
Adventure time!
Because they're fucking devastating. They could one-hit all of your characters.
Don't waste my time.
No. This is a one-hit attack. I know that. It may not be the fastest one.
Rain outlines your fate.
Shake it, and
But it is very
Possible effort.
fun. And I'm just going to shut my mouth now during the fight because I'm not going to be able to
Off we go!
out-talk this fight anyways. Yeah.
Give up!
Your life is mine.
Let's light it up!
Oh no. Not that freaking whale.
Adventure time! Let's light it up! No, my sword!
Actually, you know what? My characters are quite weak. They don't have a high attack, so I'm just going to use a Jade Parcel. What is this? Oh, that actually... Oh no. I'm going to use a Jade Parcel.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Don't waste my time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's light it up! Yeah.
scratch that! Look at you, Booth!
Witness the power. Let's light it up!
You've made some progress.
Think you can bully me?
You've got a trick. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself.
You are
this
not even
is
all
about
out
to
now.
get tough.
You
Now,
aren't even all out
show
now.
me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
A lot. If I already know your attack pattern. And all of your forms.
Scratch that! Stay on us!
You've got some skills.
It's nothing.
Let's light it up! Yeah.
he has different attack patterns on the different forms, on the first
We
and second
go.
form. In his
Let's
third
light
form,
it
he
up.
has like a combination of all of this, of both
Let's light it
patterns.
up.
Like he has
Everybody
can use
stand.
all of the attack forms in his third form. Huh? That's already it?
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
What? Yo! Nice animation. Oh.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected!
Yeah.
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh?
This is not his Gnosis. He doesn't have one.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
No, I don't have the Gnosis. Come on, shut up. Oh, yes, his final form. Like, why did I spoil it already? I don't know, but I'm like, wow. His final form. Contact let Childe the 11th of the Harbinger.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
He even has a different voice. Cool. Ah, nice. Oh, that's cool. That's so
You
good.
got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you?
No, I don't even know where it
Did you
is.
simply move
Actually,
faster?
I do.
Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose?
Bro, come on, as if I was
Hand the
like.
Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
Actually, I don't even know how I would be
Take
able
it?
to do that. Actually, he's quite weak on level 69.
Why do they never
but
miss?
He's on the same level as my character. So any special attacks.
Rain outlines your.
Don't.
Ah!
Scratch that!
Give up.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Ah! Let me weave you a verse.
Can't handle your
No, my sword. Let's light it up.
Don't waste my time. Submit.
He takes so
Vengeance.
much damage. It's insane.
Huh?
Think you can bully me?
Oh, wow. No, please don't. Oh, it even hit me. If I didn't have that shield, then would have
Let's
killed my
light it up.
Diana for sure.
Give up. Fire.
Ouch.
Let's light it up.
Ow.
Let's light it up.
No, no.
I'm going in. Off we go. Let's light it up.
He wasn't
Look at you,
Oh,
Boozle.
Huh?
Don't waste my time.
Huh?
oh boy, am I stupid? Yes, I am.
Shaken and stirred.
Nowhere to run? I think that goes for you, not for
Give
me.
up.
You went.
Let you off this time. Yes. And this you lose. I already know all of your attack patterns. You're too weak.
Child's back to normal again.
Aha.
Well then, time to cool off.
Yeah.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I'm gradually restoring my former power. What former power? Because I'm collecting the powers of the 7
You
elements.
already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes.
What?
But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity.
What? No, come on, I just played Genshin. I just hadn't played any Archon Quests in like 3-4 months. So my characters all got stronger in that time, okay? I'm like also you warrior level, so adjusts with my world level. But I'm like, it's also just an Archon Quest. And Archon Quests enemies aren't as strong. Maybe they are. I don't care.
This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
You tried to kill me and now you're calling me a friend? What?
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
Oh my god, really?
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lapis still alive?
Yes, it appears so.
Oh my
Interesting
god.
to say the least.
I
It
didn't
seems
know
that the
that
guardian
part.
deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Which would be?
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak.
And?
Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex,
Oh, so that's...
who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since.
Oh?
If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
No.
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh, that's
Those
the
are
sigils
sigils
for.
of permission.
Oh,
Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
I saw your search with my own eyes.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research.
Puh.
With the power
Scam.
of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle.
Huh?
Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Oh no. Now I also know what happened. I always skipped that in my main account so that I wouldn't know. So that I could experience it firsthand for the first time on this account. Oh. What is that?
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Oh. No, no. Oh my god, the Jade Chambers moving to the source? What is that? Sheet strength required. Blah blah blah, oh my god. Ah, I now have to fight this, right? Or not I in particular.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
True.
Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
No, it hasn't. Luckily.
What are you doing?
Oh my god! Hey! What I'm doing here, I don't know.
Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Right, Madame
Paimon
King.
thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Oh my god. Her... Not Mooncarver. Mooncarver is here. Or something. Then Xiao, Ningguang, Ganyu. Ah, yes. And also Madame Ping.
Faced with a calamity
oh my
of
god,
such
so
magnitude,
cool.
we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Mooncarver. Oh, he's Mooncarver. And the other one's Mountain
Paimon
Shaper.
gets it.
And Cloud
So
Retainer.
how do you plan to defend Liyue?
With those turrets. Obviously.
Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy.
Bro, that's like a
Even from
Hydra.
all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
I'm just
Which is why
smiling.
we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
True.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it now makes sense why humans are called mortals in this world, because they simply are dead against those things. They would die instantly.
So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Hopefully.
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy.
Yes, exactly. You can use those as turrets, as expos, to fight that monster, and then, yeah.
And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here.
Oh, that is Cloud Retain? I
For
didn't
what
know
could
that.
you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
Those literally are expos.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go
Actually,
help.
right now, I want to say something. My father just came back home. And yeah, I'm also just going to mute my mic now during this fight. So yeah. But yeah, this was such a cool animation. Yeah, I'm just going to mute my mic.
Two.
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Ha!
This should be fun.
Yeah.
Let's light it up!
Your life is mine.
Ha! Rain outlines your fate.
Shake it and
Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Diana smash.
Adventure time!
Let's move. This.
Don't waste my time.
Rain cutter! Yeah, no, my sword! Huh? Yeah! Yeah! Everybody stand back! Huh. Off we go! Let's light it up! Scratch down! Huh?
It's nothing.
Ah. Let's light it up!
What is that?
Actually, you know what? I am going to leave my mic.
That is
unmuted.
Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it.
Not
Be
good.
careful not to get hit.
Oh god.
Shake it and stir.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
Why are they attacking anyways?
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one. Don't waste my time.
Let's light it up! Yeah! Huh?
The ancient gods attacking again. There are so many Fatui too. We can't hold.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Yes, now you get buffed from those.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
It's nothing.
Off we go!
Yeah.
Adventure time! Huh? I'm going in!
This isn't good.
Chow. Ah. Cool.
Off we go! Yeah, yeah.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
Did this?
So this is
Was
what
this
Ganyu's
Ganyu?
like in a fight.
Oh, I see. So it actually was Ganyu. So where are the other ones?
My name means swiftness.
Xiao.
Take my power and run as I do.
Hold on, Xiao's name is actually Swiftness? I thought it would be called Small for the Chinese name Small, but apparently his name is Swiftness. Okay, I've never heard the name Xiao being Swiftness, but okay. Like I know that Kuai means fast, but I have never heard of Xiao being fast or meaning this. Where are those?
Adventure time!
Hold on. It actually is.
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
Yeah, definitely.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
I didn't drain a single HP with that.
my
What do
sword.
you mean? That's it.
Adventure time! Huh. Everybody stand back! Huh? Rain cutter! Time to act.
Like, I don't actually need the elemental burst since all of those boosts from those adepti are already strong enough.
It's no.
But I'm just going to.
Huh?
And you just have to like look out for those other turrets that
Let's
they don't
light
get
it up!
destroyed. No.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak! In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Well, I don't feel anything of the god's power.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Like, I only feel
light it
the
up!
two.
Give us! Yeah!
Bro, how many of those Hatui are there?
Everybody stand back! Let's
Don't waste my time.
Huh? Yeah. Huh?
Pew pew!
Yeah. Huh? Witness the power of
I
Gugwa!
remember this change to be harder than it
Teamwork
actually
is
is,
dreamwork!
to be honest.
Diana special! Yeah!
Huh?
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Yeah, that's it then. Right? Or are there more Hatui then coming here? Yeah, there are no more. Ah.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Yo, what was that?
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Nice. So cool.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Yo, this was one insane animation. Seriously, that looks so cool.
Finally over?
It is. It is.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here.
Yet another
Okay.
perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there is discord between the Guardians and those they were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
This is what we learned in the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, Our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Chang.
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
And they're trying to understand things from their perspective.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
Yes, you can say that.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing.
Yes, where is
Childe
Rex
wanted
Lapis?
to unleash the god, so he could lure Rex Lapis out.
So where is he?
But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
Derailed.
Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing?
Yes.
No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
I mean, I think it's already quite obvious who the Liyue Archon is then. But okay. I mean, I have also already said that in the past 3 videos a couple times. But still though. Maybe I should have just played with it, but I mean, like, come on. I don't know.
Long sword in hand, and the world at my feet.
No.
Adventure time.
Okay, then look
Off we
for
go.
Li. Function funeral parlor up there, right? Yes, I'm just going to climb up that mountain. I don't know why, but I'm really relaxed right now. Alex, this Archon Quest, those Archon Quests are really good in this game. I really like it, except for those moments from before, like in the last video, the video before the last video. Okay, hello, fairy lady. Undertaker Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Oh.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House.
Yes, and?
Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
True is. Look for Zhongli at the Northland Bank. Yes. I'm just going to walk there. I don't feel like teleporting anymore. Actually, oh, that's up there, right? A Childe's place, where you meet Childe the first couple times. Who designed this whole thing? It's so cool. This whole city. Like, seriously. Oh, here's Northland Bank, yes. Enter Northland Bank. You can actually do that? I didn't know that you could enter the Northland. Oh, yes, I remember now.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Who is that?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Hey, that's Signora. I hate her. That's the one that stole the Gnosis before. You are such a hoe.
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Fucking Signora, I hate you.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back, you know?
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
What am I? The Avatar or what? Why should I get all of the 7 elements? I mean, like, it sounds a lot like gather all the elements, master all the 4 elements to be able to destroy the Fire Lord Ozai. Okay.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Maybe.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you?
Because, like,
except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Zhongli tricked you? Okay, I don't know why, but somehow I think the perfect name for Childe would be Thomas. I don't know why. It just suddenly struck me, but okay, Zhongli tricked you, what do you mean?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Gnosis?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
The guys.
How sanctimonious.
So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis? I mean, I did have my suspicions.
So you're the Lord of Childe?
Yes.
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
That's a good question.
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Archon to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Let me guess, you had another plan in case it all burned down.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
Okay. In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Liyue Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Archon. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Liyue Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You've really embarrassed yourself this time.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
No.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
What does the Tsaritsa want?
I'll meet you there
anyway.
later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Toxic.
Do as you wish.
Hey, come on, she has like big chests. Why don't you like... It's even specifically animated, that chest
Now then,
bouncing thing.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you. Cryo Archon? Ah, that's roots as a Cryo Archon, I forgot.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
Oh.
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Oh, come on. Scam. A fond farewell. Leave Northern back. Actually, there's something else.
So Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
Same.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Oh, wow.
You're so petty.
Hey, that's actually a paradox one. If it says that you aren't allowed to say any of its information in your token, then you actually did tell some of the information of it. Oh, you're smart, not. Well. Well, that was cool. That was like... How can I call this video? I could call it after the dust set, but...
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Yes.
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
True. And then now in the end... How do I want to call this video? I want to call it maybe the fight against Childe, the endgame of the Liyue story, and the aftermath, probably. Or just... I don't know. I'm just going to look how I want to call this video. That's going to be good. Okay. Hello there.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, fishmonger. Good name.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Maybe.
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Okay.
I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millelith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
The one that black-hearted scoundrel might maybe
well, since we're going
Rex
through with this
Lapis
rite of
himself.
parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
So Rex Lapis is really...
No.
But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person?
Big-footed
You know what I
dodge,
think?
y'all.
I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything.
Big-footed da jiao. I mean da for big and jiao means foot. So his name is literally just Bigfoot da jiao. Nice.
There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Childe.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Now, the fond farewell. Listen to the Millelith announcement.
Off we go! Adventure time! Off we go!
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words.
Oh. Fingyan.
Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Oh? What happens now?
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis wasn't murdered.
So that's how they're spinning it.
Yes.
Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
But I just realized. I don't know how I never realized, but I just realized. Paimon has a Mora shirt. That's like a Mora shirt, or not shirt, but how you call this? You know, she's like wearing. Why? This is. It's just way too funny.
Already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't
yes,
dead?
a hoodie.
But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
Or Mora pullover.
Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his Gnosis changed hands?
That's possible.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Yes, let's do that.
Adventure time!
Oh, Ningguang, Keqing, and Ganyu.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
Maybe they're beginning to speak?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add? Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
Yes.
So young. The Liyue Archon always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
All the Mora in the Golden House.
Whoa.
Hey, I already stated what I wanted to have. All the Mora of the Golden House. Give me everything. Please don't tell me
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh my god, I didn't know that he would actually talk. Yes, the Tanjiro voice. It's the Tanjiro voice. I skipped that. Why did I skip that the first time I played this? Put up some missing person posters. Final farewell. It's the first time that I've heard this Tanjiro voice again in a long time, because the last time I played, I watched Demon Slayer was, last time I played the, I watched Demon Slayer was on English was like 6 months ago. It's like the first time I watched it. I mean, that was actually 9 months ago, on April 2021, and that was. And then I'm currently rewatching it only, or I watched it only subbed, so Shito.
Rex Lapis.
No, actually,
Rex
not,
Lapis.
His name is not Shito, it's Shito. Now I realize it. Oh, I'm so stupid. Shito means stone in Chinese, by the way. So his name is Stone because he's like that stone trader.
Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, then perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Yes. I would like to avoid talking to Yinger.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Well, obviously.
Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
And now Madame Ping.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Square? Okay, now look for Zhongli at the scene. Oh, Zhongli's here. Oh, hey, hello. I never even realized him being here. Hey, hello, Zhongli. How are you doing?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease? after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years. Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
Good question.
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax select Mora? Yes, that's exactly my question.
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Yes, Gab.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Hold on, but what happens now with Gnosis? I mean, like, why would the Tsaritsa want to have the Gnosis? Why did he give away his Gnosis, just like that, to someone else? Why wouldn't he choose a new Liyue Archon to be his successor? I don't get it. And is he now not able to do anything anymore? I mean, like, I know that an Archon does not have to use a vision in order to use the element, but they need their Gnosis then, I think it was. I'm not even sure.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You
That's
don't have to say it like that.
Well said, Zhongli.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives.
No.
The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Yes.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
Yes.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Yes. Who's the god who rules Inazuma? I know that, that's actually Raiden Shogun. But closed, what does he mean by that?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity.
Why?
The Electro Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Like her actual name would be Raiden Shogun, and her local name would be Ball, or what?
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
Yes.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
Inazuma Shogunate, what?
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
Okay, I didn't just get what Paimon exactly said, but something about last year? Paimon was in Inazuma already? Seriously? Huh. That gives me to think a bit. But okay.
It's because of visions.
Oh?
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, Humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Ah.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Huh?
Vision Hunt Decree?
Why?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
Exactly.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
Oh.
It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Makes sense.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Heaven.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Okay, now I'm just going to ask every single thing here and just listen it out. So about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
No.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Bro, you didn't tell me what it is now. Are you going to tell me then?
That said, I hinted as much. How did I accomplish that, you... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
He's just not going to tell me. He just said, do I know it? And then she's just not going to tell me. Come on, that's a scam. But okay. What about Childe?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Childe.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Childe did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Childe's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
As for the Liyue Qixing...
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Keqing is absolutely right in saying this.
Oh.
Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Now about Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your Gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear?
Probably not.
Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Liyue Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Hold on, I mean, like, why is Mora constantly being created? I mean, like, I don't get it quite like this. I mean, like, if you have too much Mora constantly flowing in, then there would be an inflation of the Mora price. That's probably also why an egg costs like 1,500 Mora. I mean, like, what the hell? But also another question is like, is this Mora actually used up? Like, does it disappear somehow then? I mean, like, if you have to pay Mora in order to, for example, use the crafting bench, or how you call that, you know, that divining thing, whatever. If you have to pay that Mora, does it actually just disappear like that? I mean, like, if this was how it worked, then it does make sense that Mora would disappear, but okay.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Archon to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Apparently not.
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common sense idea.
Wow.
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
He didn't do so.
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
No, you can't do
All
it
right,
anymore.
then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
No, there's nothing else.
Well, then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Well, I don't have any visions, at least the main character doesn't have. A new star approaches, completed. Talk to Madame Ping now. Cool. Now, actually Zhongli does have a vision at his ass. Why does he have a vision now? Did he give him a vision himself? Or did he give, I mean, like, did he give himself a vision by himself? Whatever.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement.
And that would be?
Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity. Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding.
Alright, this is the interlude chapter, I forgot. I didn't know that you would just simply get led to the interlude chapter without any break or so. But okay, just going to listen to this speech and then that would be
They
enough.
are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Nobody has heard of them ever before.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Playtime just the other day. So excuse me all, but, I have some business to do.
Okay.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
Okay.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
I'm actually quite interested how you just destroyed it and instantly are now just planning to rebuild it. Like actually the interlude chapter is supposed to take place later, but I just accidentally came here into this. I thought maybe there was still something, but okay. Can I really ask you anything at all?
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Maybe I can find out more about my sister.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
How long is this conversation going to be?
You seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
That's Shunhu.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Until you chapter Act 1, the crane turns on the wind.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Yeah. Actually, if I press F5, a teapot to call home. Right. Can now get the Serenity pot. There's also another thing. What is the last thing? Exploiting repopulation. Ah, I see. So that's when you unlock this whole thing. Well, that's cool now. And Morox just disappeared. Come on. Why did I just went to do it there? I still wanted to look at Zhongli once. Oh man. Well, nothing I can do about it now. But to kill myself. JK. So yeah, this is then it with this video. I have now completed the Chapter 1 Act 3. New star approaches. And yeah, I accidentally also went to the... I also accidentally started the Archon Quest. Well, anyways, never mind that. I think that's also enough for this video, and yeah, I don't know what much to say, but that's cool. I'm also already I'm already for a long time on a high enough adventure rank to be able to play the next Archon Quest, so that is cool. So now, that's it with the video, I guess, and yeah. Thanks for watching. I don't think that anyone did though, but I don't care. And yeah, bye.